Right back, guys. Sorry, technical difficulty. We'll switch really quick. Just hit finish. Okay. All right. Whatever. It's not showing up on here. I should have just left that. Okay. Ooh. Right there. We needed that. I don't know. It's not letting you anymore. It's not letting you anymore. That freaking sucks. I'm gonna have to bring him in on Instagram. Because here I can do it. Alright guys, sorry for the technical difficulties. We are back. Taboo time with your girl Sammy J. For some reason, Facebook is not being cooperative with me today. So I'm going to have my guest come on my Instagram. So I'm just going to send him a message here so he can get on live with my Instagram. Because that I know I can do. Give me 1 second. Okay, so we're waiting for him. So if you guys are do have me on Instagram, that's where I'm gonna get my special guest to join me on this topic. Again, we are discussing I want the passcode to your phone. That is our stance today. I'm gonna let you guys know right off the top, my stance is no. I don't feel like I need to give the passcode to my significant other. So we're just gonna give my special guest Dale a few moments to hop onto my Instagram live. Again, if you guys do have me on Instagram, that's where you're going to be able to see direct conversation between Dale and I tonight. Otherwise, you could just feel free to listen in. I do have everything kind of set up there. So just waiting for him to join in, and then we'll be good to go. All right, now we're working. Now we're working. All right, waiting for my guy Dale to hop on here. There he is. What's up?
Hey, shit, what's happening?
Nothing much. Sorry for the technical difficulty. I guess Facebook then changed their way they do it now.
Understood. It's all good.
So I was just telling the listeners and watchers tonight we're gonna be talking about I want the passcode to your phone. So I know you and I kind of had a little brief. I told you my stance on it. I don't think I need to give the passcode to my phone to my significant other. So what are you thinking? What's your thought on it?
See, I don't think it's like cut and dry. I think it's all nuanced. Like, let's say we're trying to build trust. Let's say I did something and we trying to build trust. And, you know, she asked me for the passcode to my phone. I'm gonna give it to her. Like, really, you know what I mean? Like,
so you think it's situational? He's having his phone's kind of loading here, but it sounds like he thinks it's situational. Give it just a second, guys. This is just terrible tonight. Sorry about that. Not sure what happened there. So you think it's situational. I can kind of agree with that to a certain extent. I keep turning the fan on. I'm like hot and now these lights. So there's a couple of things. For some reason, I think you know what, it is just doomed for Instagram tonight because it's not just mine's. It looks like my wife's Instagram is also messing up. So I'm gonna try it. We're gonna try and keep it going to try and get my guest in, but I don't want to also pause on everything, so I want to try to keep going as well. It seems like Instagram is glitching tonight. I'm not really sure because my wife's just glitched too. So I don't know what's going on with Instagram.
We are under attack, yo.
I know.
Iranians, yo.
They don't want us to talk about it. They don't want us to talk about it. So yeah, you see, like it does yours and then it's mine. Okay. So.
Right, right, exactly. That's exactly.
Yeah, see, there's a lag. Oh my God, I'm so upset. Okay. So real quick, I did read an article that said that 70% of people in relationships share their passcodes or exchange their fingerprints with their significant other. So, just off the bat, I kind of feel like that's a little high. You mean to tell me that over 50% of people are sharing their passcodes? I think that's excessive.
I'm sorry. It was glitchy. Could you repeat it, please? I'm sorry.
It's okay. I read an article that says 70% of people in relationships share their passcodes. I think that's kind of high.
Okay.
I think that's a lot. That's like over half.
You know what? I've done it. But you know, sharing your passcode ain't necessarily like. If I really wanted to cheat, I could have two phones. You know what I'm saying? I could use a work phone and shit. You know what I'm saying? It's not necessarily something that is going to keep you or keeps, you know what I mean, keep somebody from cheating or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
So now, are we thinking that that's the only reason why people don't want to give their passcodes is because they're doing something where they're cheating?
No. For real, I think half the niggas that don't want to give their shit out is because of them group chats. You know, we like real shit is titties on our group chat. You know what I'm saying?
This is a real so these male group chats, this is a real thing.
What you mean?
Like you guys, your men having men having a group chat where y'all talk about shit. That's a real thing.
I mean, you know, don't women do it too? Yeah, y'all got a group chat. You probably talking shit about your man.
No. So at least I don't. So that's why I'm saying this is a real thing.
Yes,
I don't have no group chat where I sit around and talk about.
Not a group chat with your girls.
But that's what he's saying. He's saying that they have group chats where they sit around and talk shit. And I ain't never had nothing like that.
And it might not necessarily it's just like if you go and vent this, if you have somebody that you vent to, you know what I'm saying? You don't want your significant other to see who you vent to. You know what I'm saying? Like I might be, it's not necessarily, you know what I mean? Like yeah, this motherfucker today, this some old wild shit. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it might be some shit like that, yo. You feel me?
Okay. So then, on talking about that then, because you kind of like you said, to the group chats, right? So one of the things that I read in an article is that it's not where, let me read it verbatim because I don't want to quote it wrong, is that they said that there are some times where people just want, this is their boundary, this is their privacy, and some people require more space than you do. So I kind of feel like that kind of goes a little bit in play with you said about the group chats that you guys have. Yeah.
I'm sorry, glitched out again. You said some people require more boundaries and more space.
Yeah, some people require more boundaries and more space. And so I feel like this is kind of like where the group chats would come in. Like you said, it's not necessarily about what you're doing, but it's other people, what they talking about, what they're doing.
Exactly. And like I said, it might not even be that you dogging somebody out, but it's just certain things. Like, it's just like when you have a finished basement and shit. It's not that you don't want to be around your significant other or your kids and shit, but sometimes you need some type of shit to yourself. You feel me? So and you don't pay this bill. You know what I mean? So I don't want you at all my shit. Mm-hmm. So for instance, I had done a little something on a DM that I shouldn't have, and I gave my girl the passcode. You know what I mean? But then it was hard, like. But I do a lot of like stuff online and shit, like shopping. I wanted to like surprise her with something, so I hit somebody in the DM, but she can see my DMs and shit.
Right.
So it's like I can't even fucking surprise you because you looking at my fucking messages. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Shit like that, yo. So it's a lot of reasons not to.
Okay.
I don't want you to see my bank statements and shit like that. You know what I mean?
Right. So then, and those are kind of going to lead us into some of the questions that I have for you and for the guests tonight. One other quick little snippet of information I want to share. There was a study that they did, and they found that 34% of women in relationships, while 62% of men in relationships have admitted to snooping through their partner's phone. So I feel like when I read that, I was like, oh shit. So you mean to tell me we be catching all this rap for being the ones looking for shit when 62% of men are the ones going through it looking for shit?
Hey, look, I can only speak from my experiences. I have done it. I've had good reason to in the past.
Elaborate on that. What are good reasons to?
I mean, like, everybody know, and if you know my story as far as my ex-wife and shit, you know, she was doing her thing. So I had to, you know what I mean? I wanted to see what's up. Open the motherfucking phone. Let me see that. And then she heard me delete the message and shit. So, you know what I mean? So, like, I mean, if you just an insecure, a lot of motherfuckers insecure, let's keep it a buck.
Right.
Like, there's a lot of people out here really insecure, don't have no reason not to trust their significant other.
And just snooping.
And that'll push a person away. Like, I can't even live over here. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So in talking about, you know, pushing people away and things like that, you know, me being one of the people that, like I said, I personally don't feel like I am required to give you my passcode. Like, I feel like kind of how you said in the beginning, it's situational. Like, obviously, if we just coming off of a bad time and I'm trying to rebuild trust, then all right, I'll give you my passcode, you know, versus if we're just kind of like, and, you know, you just be like, hey, so can I get the passcode to your phone? Like, me personally, I just be like, the fuck? Like, it's not that I'm hiding anything. I think I fall into that category of people where I feel like that's my privacy. Like, that's my personal space. And, you know, I got to share everything else with you. You know, I got to share my bed. I got to share my time. Like, so my phone is like my solitude. And it's like, for me, it's like if I give you the passcode to my phone, it's like I'm literally relinquishing my space. Is that wrong for me to think like that?
No, it's not. I mean, and then you got to have a partner that understand that. Like, a lot of, like I say, insecurities, motherfuckers ain't mature.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But you gotta have, like, it gotta be some boundaries. You can't be in my skin.
So some of the people over here on Facebook that are watching, she said, I don't feel like it's a requirement, but if I ask, what's the problem? So in answer to that, I just said that's my goddamn personal space. So right. If you ask, I feel like it's a direct disrespect to the fact that I like my space, and that's my personal space. So that's my answer to that, Miss Kendra. It's not wrong with you asking. Just be prepared for a no sometimes.
Exactly.
You know, and I don't feel like no should be an issue. And I feel like in a lot of relationships, when you say no to someone, it's like, oh, well, what the fuck are you hiding? What is you doing? Why you don't want me in your phone? You know, and I'd be like, why? You know?
No, you're right.
So let's get into some of these questions, though. Question one, is there any area of your phone you wouldn't want your spouse to see? And I think you kind of answered that when you talked about the group chats.
The group chat, definitely, I might got some photos, not necessarily of, like, exes or nothing like that, but, like, because you got to get rid of them exes, that's spirits on your phone and shit, but, like, real shit, like, yeah, like, get rid of all them bad mojo. But, like, you know what I mean? A nigga might have a picture of one of the video girls on the joint, you know what I mean, stretching and shit. You feel me? A little twerk video. And
it's so
chick don't be like, what is it about her? You know what I mean? You know, just got a big butt, baby. Nothing special.
Right. So, because doubling back real quick, one of our other watchers, she said most of the time when someone asks for the passcode, they think it's because you're hiding something. Do you agree with that statement?
Okay.
Here we go with this. Poor connection. We reloading on Instagram, but Sherry, on that, I feel like
I'm being hiding something.
Yeah, she's saying that she thinks that
It'll,
if people ask, then that means they're hiding something.
oh, people ask. The person that asks is hiding something.
Yeah, no, like if my wife asks me for my passcode, she think it's because, or she's thinking I'm hiding something. Do you agree with that?
Oh, she's insecure.
Or,
I mean, because like again, you don't. I can give you my passcode. You know what I'm saying? I can give you my passcode and have a whole nother phone. I don't work for companies that gave me a phone. I can use that phone to freak off. I can have one for the wife and one for the life.
Lord, I ain't never heard that. I ain't never heard that. Hey, Dale, I ain't never heard that, but now you got me hip. I'm about to write that down. I need one for the wife and one for the life. Stop it.
Though, like, you know what I'm saying? So it's no guarantee that you will. Like I said, in my ex, in my marriage, there was a situation where she stayed out all night. I want to see the text messages or whatever. She deleted them shits before she handed me the phone. So I saw nothing. I saw where there was information missing, but there wasn't a smoking gun. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So just because you get in there don't mean you're going to get nothing that's going to make or break your relationship. And then here's the thing about the people like that are insecure like that. If you don't find nothing, do you keep looking? Or do you say, hey, baby, you know what, I was wrong, keep it moving? No, them people still going to be insecure. They're just going to be like, oh, well, I didn't get it that time.
But it's going to be another time.
Like that.
Yeah.
Right, I was that person. You know what I mean? So, excuse me. Yeah, like, that's not going to solve nothing. That's not going to make you feel no better.
Yeah, no, I agree with you on that. That kind of brings me into like our next question where it said, have you ever deleted any text messages that you didn't want your husband or wife to see?
What?
You pleading the fifth on me?
Oh, yeah, man. Like I said, like, it could be that venting shit. You might be venting. You know what I'm saying? It could be, you get in that group chat, niggas like, yo, check this out. And it's like, oh.
I was going to say a lot of times it could be that it wasn't even you. You know what I mean? Because I know, like, in the past, when me and my wife first got together, she was constantly deleting shit out her fucking phone. You know, like, and it was one of those things where I wouldn't even be looking for shit. It would just be like I would happen to have her phone and, like, a text message would come through, and I'll be like, what the fuck? This don't make sense. Like, there's a gap here.
Spill it, yo. What was it? Yo, spill it, wifey. What was it?
Oh, she already know. We done been there, done that. She had a whole little junk at her job that was like thinking they was all in love. You know, I had to set that shit straight real quick. But yeah, that was one of those things where it was like, I know she was deleting shit, and I used to tell her, I'd be like, yo, for all that, you need to just delete the whole thread, because the text messages don't make sense when you start deleting specific things. Yeah, because now it's like, well, what the fuck? Like, how did y'all go from here to here? How did this conversation get from there to that? So, but I've had,
with my relationship now, I've had somebody text me, how you been, I miss you, and all of that. And I'd be like, oh, fuck no. You know what I'm saying? Like, and delete all that shit because, and then of course now, and my girl is watching, I had to block shorty. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because, like, you know what I mean? That's somebody else perpetrating some shit on me.
Right. And then, your girl could be like, so why does she feel comfortable to send you that, though? So, like,
Exactly. Why didn't you block her?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Why she still got your number? So,
right.
Yeah, I done deleted some shit.
I've definitely deleted some shit. Because I get it all the time. Whether it be a Facebook message, an Instagram DM, or something. Somebody will send me some inappropriate shit, and I'll be like, oh nah. I think it kind of is geared on like how my wife's mood is.
Uh-oh.
Like if I feel like Oh, we glitching on Instagram. Yeah, we glitching on Instagram. But
I'm gonna see if I can.
yeah, I don't know why that Facebook took off. You can hear me now? Okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah, like for me, I base everything on like my wife's mood. Like if I feel like she in a fucked up ass mood that day and a motherfucker DM me some crazy shit, oh nah, delete. You know, like sometimes I'll leave it because we're open with each other. So I'll tell her straight up, like, yo, somebody DM me and said da 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 da. But if she in a fucked up ass mood that day, I'll be like, oh hell nah, delete this shit. Because if she picked my phone up and see this, she gonna be like, well, why the fuck did he feel like it was okay for him to send that? Why did he feel like he could do that? And I'm like, I don't got time for that shit like that. So nah, I definitely deleted some shit. So next question, have you ever sent or received inappropriate pictures from your phone?
Everybody did. And if anybody said they didn't, they lying. Everybody did.
What? Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Yeah, of course.
Now, have you done this while in a relationship?
Like, well, between me and my people. But
Okay.
like you talking about to another chick? No. Nah. Wow. Like that's not. I mean, it's different when you're just like a celebrity or a model, somebody you never gonna meet. You know what I'm saying? I guess it's a little different.
Mm-hmm.
But not nobody that I have dealt with and no shit like that. Nah, get that out of here. You know what I'm saying? I'm definitely not sending no dick pics to the people that I slept with. You know what I mean? Fuck that.
Yeah.
Nah. You have the memories.
This is true. Leave it at that.
Right, you feel me? Or the pictures that I sent you before, but I'm not. Nah.
But if they pictures that somebody sent you before, you don't got them. Because remember, you deleting all that bad mojo out your phone.
You got to, you have to.
Right.
You gotta, especially if it ain't work out, it's for a reason.
Absolutely. Now, another question. Would you be afraid to read your browser history out loud to your spouse or significant other?
So I guess we're getting now into the porn.
I guess that would be that. There's like, so are there like, is that a secretive thing between your significant other? Like, is porn acceptable, not acceptable? Because these are things that we do in our phones, and that are under passcodes. So
she knows that I watch porn. I don't have no weirdo porn that I watch. You know what I'm saying? Okay, let me not do that because different strokes for different folks, right?
Right.
But like, I don't watch nothing too weird. You know what I'm saying? So it's nothing that I would be like ashamed of showing on my porn history and shit. The only thing that I have to say, like, sometimes let me not put too much of my business out there. But let's say you're watching. There's been things that I've watched, and she go, "Oh, that's that cave." It's like that's slave master shit, like she be saying and shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's certain shit that I would like that I know that she don't like.
Would your significant other have a problem?
Huh?
Would your significant other have a problem with the amount of porn you watch?
What'd you say?
Would they have a problem with the amount of porn? Like how often you're watching it?
Amount? Oh, wow. Maybe at some points in my life. Damn, why you gotta watch so much porn and shit? You know what I mean? And it's not even that I'm watching it because, I ain't good. It's just that sometimes it's like, I'd like to see, something nasty.
Hey, I was about to say, I personally don't have a problem with that. Like, I know for my wife and I, we work a lot. So sometimes it'd be moments where we be like, all right, tonight we gonna get it in, right? But then we come home.
I watch porn at work. And I'm gonna tell the truth.
Holy shit!
I'm gonna tell you that right now.
Where you work at?
Well, I'm not gonna put that out there, but
oh my god,
I'm just gonna put that.
Hey, Dale, just know she worked in an open area, in an office space, in an open area.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Somebody gonna come past your desk one day and be like, can I speak to you for a moment?
Yeah, I just think for me, like, porn for me is like a, oh, damn, you know, like I said, we come home from work. I be tired sometimes. My wife be tired. We think we gonna get it in, but then we come home and then it just be like, you know, one of us fall asleep, and then it's like, oh, damn, that ship sailed. You know, and on them times where it's her that fall asleep, I be like, okay, well, the bitch still need this. So I'm gonna go ahead and watch this. You know, like, for me, that's really the only time. So for me, I feel like if my wife was to look at my brother, she'd be like, damn, bitch, like, damn, really? This many times? You know, like, I don't know. Like, I think she would probably have an issue with it. Only because, you know, her thing is, well, wake me up. And I just be like, nah, I ain't really got time for that shit sometimes. I just want to get it over with so I can join you in your slumber, okay? Right. So the next question that I have... Huh? I thought she was over there saying something. Have you had any conversations where you would feel embarrassed if your spouse or significant other were to see the conversation?
Embarrassed? I'm sure I have. I can't think of nothing specific. But I'm sure. I mean, like I said, man, I'm talking. I'm in like 10 group chats and shit. My phone be going crazy.
I feel like I am really out the fucking loop. So right now, I need somebody to start a group chat. Add me in it, okay? Because I need to be in on this group chat life. Apparently, I'm missing out.
I mean, we be acting crazy on there, talking shit about each other. You know what I mean? So, like, I'm sure it's going to be... But I feel like it's hard for me, because I'm a person that when I'm with somebody, like, I try to be an open book, maybe too honest sometimes.
Oh, yeah,
so
that's me.
You know what I mean? It's not nothing that she wouldn't know. You know what I mean? So, not necessarily embarrassed, I would say. Maybe some shit that I'm not proud of, but not embarrassed. You know what I mean? I'm not going to be embarrassed if she find out.
Okay. So...
And I ain't going to jeopardize my shit on a group chat.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And so, on Facebook, one of our wifey, Kendra, said... bitch, you gotta take that bullet to work with you.
Oh, no. We don't do that.
So, she said you need to take that with you. I don't know. My wife is wild. I can't even get on with. That's a whole.
You know what you gotta do? You get her the underwear that you can control the shit with. So that randomly while you at work, you like mash the button.
You know what? That's a good idea. I'm gonna have to look into that because especially since she want to be watching porn at work. So.
Right, mash the motherfucking
It's homemade though.
What'd you say?
It's homemade.
Okay, no, we not getting into that. Okay.
You have some shit that you would be embarrassed about on your phone. Shit.
No, nothing that I would be embarrassed about. Just
okay.
Yeah, you know.
Bet.
Let's see. Have you ever? Let's see. Where's the other one at? Have you ever used any of your apps inappropriately while in a relationship? These would include like Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, anything like that.
Okay, yeah. So like, it was an instance where I told a girl that she was attracted in her DM, and that got me in trouble. So
okay.
And she found out that because I had I logged into Facebook on her computer.
Oh,
and
damn.
It was up. So she saw that shit, which I think she probably kept me logged in. She ain't gonna tell that.
She hung up with me to watch the live. I'm gonna beat her up.
You feel me? So that kind of got me in a little trouble and shit.
Okay. So to answer that for me, I would say, yeah, I probably have in the past used my one of my social medias inappropriately. I'm sure. I'm sure.
As long as you're not on Tinder. Yeah, I mean,
no,
that shit.
Tinder is so. I mean, it depends on what you're using it for. Now, just kind of like in these up and coming topics that we're going to discuss, you know, there's different things. One of the ones to look forward to, March the 15th, we're going to be talking about open-minded marriages, specifically open marriages. So I think if there's an understanding to why you're using those things that way, then it'd be all right. We're gonna get deeper into that. Like I said, March 15th. Word.
I'll be there.
Do you have any contacts that you don't want your spouse to know about, or significant other?
Contacts? Not really. Like I said, the one person that was kind of reaching out to me, I went ahead and gave it that Dikembe. But other than that, not really. I mean, I do have people that I dealt with before in my phone, but I don't have no contact with them people. And it wouldn't be nothing for me to be like, all right, I delete it. You know what I'm saying? I just got it because they're just dead. And plus, you know, real shit like, if you deal with somebody and they work a job or they sell real estate, like I actually deal with this girl, she sell real estate. Well, shit, I might need her later when I start to jump my real estate business off. So
right.
The networking thing at the end of the day, if you can be mature enough
now, see,
to
this,
maintain the friendship.
I definitely want to agree with you on that because I know that that's something that in the past my wife and I struggled with. You know, she would, you know, now like just kind of. Know a lot of people know us and some of us don't, but we've been together for 11 years. We've only been married for almost 2, but we've been together for 11. So we've grown with each other. So in the beginning of our relationship, it was always a fucking issue. You know, why you talking to this person? Why you still got this person's number? And like you just said, I'll be like, it's networking, motherfucker. Like shit, you know, like you never know when you might need that person. As long as we end on bad terms.
Well, to be fair though, and this is always how I feel. If your wife was to say to you, "Hey, I'm not comfortable with it," you gotta respect it. You know what I'm saying? Like, so my girl came to me and said, "Check this out. I'm not comfortable with that relationship," and so it's like, all right, you know what? Boom, I gotta take the necessary steps because at the time, this is the person you with. You after you part, that motherfucker that you got that networking with, you can find somebody else. But so you gotta, it's nuanced. It's always, you know what I mean? Yeah, you can explain it, but at the end of the day. Yeah, right. At the end of the day, she gotta be comfortable with your relationship.
Let me just tell you, if you could have seen the look that this chick was giving me on the other side of the table as you were saying that, I'm just looking at her like, oh, okay. Apparently, you really hit home with her on that one, okay?
Yeah. Well, that's where communication comes in. It gotta be respect and communication, yo.
No, I definitely agree with that. I do. I know we're glitching on Instagram. But I agree with that. Now, this one I thought was a good one because it kind of touches on what you said about how, you know, you delete a text where if someone hits you up and it says, "Are you afraid someone might call or text when you're not near your phone you're at home?"
Not in this relationship, no. Maybe in the past, but not in this relationship. Like I've had it in situations where, especially at the end of my relationship with my kid's mother and shit, man, that it's like, you know what, let me carry this motherfucker with me to the toilet. I do that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
who don't take their phone to the bathroom?
Yeah, that's a bad example, but like it might be a situation that's like, oh, I gotta run downstairs and get something out the microwave and shit. I gotta get. Oh, wait a minute. Let me get my phone. You know what I mean? Hold tight. Let me get that. Hand me my phone. You know what I mean? So yeah, I've definitely had that shit.
I never really had that situation where I'm like afraid to, you know, leave my phone.
Yeah, because she don't be caring. She be like, if you going through my phone, you want to see it, you going to see it. Oh well.
Right.
I mean, because I'm real. Like, I mean, I'm not perfect, but, you know, I'm real. And I think this relationship probably was the best fucking idea for me. Like, me and her growing together and getting where we were, because I don't think I could have probably been with anybody else. Because I'm so blunt and honest. Like you said, sometimes to a fault. It's one of them things where it'd be like, I mean, you can pick my phone up if you want to. You know, like, I don't have an issue with it. If somebody calls or texts, that's them. I'm not responsible for what they say. I'm only responsible for how I respond. So if somebody comes through my phone like, "Oh, what up, sexy?" or "Hey, what you doing, beautiful?" like, again, that's them, not me. How I respond.
Give them the Dikembe and shit. No.
Right. Yeah, like that's where it's gonna be based on how they respond to it. But so I don't think that's ever really been me. I never really cared much to carry my phone and fuck around and just be like, whatever, it is what it is.
Right. And at the end of the day, yo, that's really what it is. Again, I always tell people that communication and respect. If y'all communicate, and you know, communication ain't just you talking to a motherfucker. right? Y'all communicate, understand each other, and respect one another. Then you ain't gonna have no issues. You ain't gonna have no phone issues.
Right.
That's some insecure motherfuckers. Stop being insecure. Nigga.
Now, let me ask this. In your opinion, does passcodes like this, your willingness to give the passcode, does that just stem for your phone itself? Are you willing to give your significant other passcodes to, your email or your social media or things like that?
No. No, I'm giving out passcodes to certain. Like I said, I might be trying to buy you something. You know what I'm saying? I might be trying to, get you some surprise you type shit.
Yeah.
Anything. It might be, right? Like I'm not married, so I don't want you in my finances for real. You know what I mean? So it's certain shit that, nah, I'm not with that.
I agree. I'm not. I don't feel like it's necessary, but then again, I'm the same person that said I don't feel like I need to give a passcode to my phone. But I mean, I definitely agree with you. Like one of the things that me and my wife share, we share our Amazon account, and that shit irritates the fuck out of me sometimes. Cause like you said, I be trying to go in there and buy her some shit, and I fuck around and be at work, and the shit I put it in the cart, and next thing you know, she like, oh baby, what is this in the cart? And I'm like, bitch, get the fuck out the cart. Goddamn.
Right.
So
I was gonna share my Prime with my girl, so she could watch, the Amazon Prime shit. But it's like, I might want to buy you something. I might want to buy me something.
Hello.
You know what I mean? What if I want to go get a sex doll? I don't want you to know that.
Hey, you know what? That's so crazy that you said that, Dale, because we were just having this discussion yesterday. I was looking on Amazon, and all I kept thinking is, you know how Amazon, when you shop on it, when you look at a couple things, the next time you go shopping, it's going to show you other things that you've been looking at previously. So I was looking at, like, different things, and my wife was just like, what? Why do you want it? Why do you want this? Why are you looking at this? And I'm just like, I don't know. God damn. It makes me want to be like, I'm changing my damn Amazon password. I can't even search for myself, like, and look at stuff. And then next thing you know, you looking at my stuff in my cart and what I've been looking at. And yeah, so sometimes that should be in the way, but I know it's just like, we're married, so it's supposed to be like we're one. So,
yeah, right.
But sometimes that shit be on my nerves, man. I'll be like, damn, get out the Amazon. Like, get your own shit. That's honestly the biggest thing for me. Everything else we're pretty much open with. Like, emails, we share email. We actually have a joint email, and then we have our individual ones. But the joint email is like where we send anything that's house related. Like bills. That email is where everything goes. So that way we both have access to it if, she need to take care of the bills that day or blah, blah, blah. But then, like, our personal emails are our personal emails. Like, my wife doesn't. Okay. Yeah, my wife doesn't have the password to my personal email. But it's never like she's never asked either, though. So, social media. Do you have my social media password? No, she don't have my social media password. Do I have yours?
You probably know them.
But that's your own fault that I would know them. I never asked you for them.
The password is password. Password 1, 2, 3, 4.
Right.
Right.
So now, just kind of like wrapping up everything on this topic. I think that what I've gathered from talking to you, you feel like if the situation calls for it, give up the passwords.
I mean, again, everybody's different. If y'all in a real trusting relationship, then yeah, go ahead and do it. If you're trying to build back trust, like say you cheated on your girl and you're trying to build some trust, you know what I mean? Go ahead and do that shit. Do what you gotta do. You feel me? Like don't. You done beg, you done sent her flowers and shit, and then the next thing she go, give me your password. You want to get back with it? I guess you got to give them the password, son.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's sad, but.
Now, with that kind of, do what you got to do mindset, it's like sometimes that can be tricky because sometimes I feel like people be asking for the moon, sun, stars, and all of that stuff. And it's just like, dude, if you're going to trust me, you're going to trust me. If you're not, you're not.
again, if you broke, it's like credit, yo. Like
You gotta build that
once you
shit back
fuck up
up.
and miss a bunch of, once you fuck up and miss a bunch of payments, the niggas gonna be like, nah, we ain't giving you no loan until you prove that you can
Talk about it.
maintain your shit. You know what I mean?
Lord.
That's life.
Amen.
That's life.
Hey, she over here saying amen and agreeing like she ever really had to really deal with anything like that though. That's what's killing me.
You feel me? But I'm just saying though, like, it's everything in life is like that. Somebody lied to you. You don't just jump out there and believe everything they say anymore. You know what I mean? It can be anything. You gotta build that trust back up. You know what I mean? Hopefully that's, you know what I mean? If she was if you never did anything and she had no reason, then that's you know, that's insecurity. That may be something that the person is insecure because black people don't get no therapy. And I'm not saying that about your wife, you know, no disrespect, but you know what I'm saying? Like, if anybody that's listening out there, if you're a person that's insecure like that, your significant other haven't given you no troubles, go see why you feel that way. Is it because of something you can't let go from your last relationship? Anything. But go figure that out. Because what you'll end up doing is you'll end up pushing somebody away.
Okay.
Yeah,
I agree with that. I think that's something that I'm a firm believer on. And like you said, black people don't do therapy, but we need to get rid of that stigma because it's definitely needed. Just kind of bridging everything together. I think that if you trust somebody and the trust is there, if they don't want to give you your passcode, don't necessarily assume that they're cheating. Like I said, it could just be a privacy thing. You know, the same way people have insecurity issues in their relationship, we don't know what that issue could have been with them and why their phone is so important to them. You know, it could have been that in a previous relationship, they had no control over that aspect. And so now in this relationship, they don't want to relinquish that. You know, we don't really know. So I think that if the trust is there and everything is good, let it be. You know, like, don't press the issue because it can also push people away in that sense. At least that's just how I feel about it. I mean,
I'm with you.
Yeah. I mean, I think, you know, Dale made some very, like, really important points tonight. I definitely jotted down a couple of shits that he said.
I'm old, yo. I've lived a little bit.
Hey, Dale, you know what? You really have. Like, the advice that you're giving, no, it's you can tell that it's like you've experienced some things. And you're giving that advice coming back from the things that you've experienced. So, yeah. Not no dig at you, you know, but I've known you a long time. Like, I was about to say, Dale, that gray over there, though. I wasn't trying to point it out, but, yeah. But, I mean, Dale, thank you so much again for agreeing to do this show with me. I definitely want to do this again because you are a great co-host. You got some great information. So, we're gonna definitely link up and try to work something out.
Before I go, shameless plug. Can I do a plug real
Go
quick?
ahead, do you?
Hey, listen, y'all. Every week you can catch me on the Where's Buffy podcast, WHER_S podcast, SoundCloud, YouTube, Spotify, Apple, all that shit. My nigga, fatboy_DIZZ on Instagram, Twitter, where'sbuffy.com. Yo, fuck with the show.
Yes, y'all heard him. Make sure y'all go hit him up and follow their page, okay? Give them a listen, subscribe, all of that shit, okay? That's my man. Y'all do that. Y'all follow me. Y'all need to follow him. All right? Thank you so much, Dale.
Thank you for having me. Y'all take it easy out there.
All right.
Peace.
So, as I'm wrapping it up tonight, guys, I kind of want to put you on your toes about what's to come with Tabu Time with Sammy J. So, I got my trusty tablet here. Next week's episode, relationship deal breakers. What are some things that are absolute, you cannot do it, okay? The following week, we're going to be talking about promiscuous girls and guys. So that thought, cock, thought, box theory, okay? That's as far as I'm going to take it. Just know the next two is going to be real. We're going to get deep into it. And we're going to have another guest, I'm sure. Because it's Tabu Time with your girl, Sammy J. And we're talking about all the things that no one wants to talk about. Thank you again for tuning in. I look forward to seeing you guys next Sunday at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. It's been real. I love you. Mwah.